Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Ready. You waiting? 11. Waiting for check.
On play action. Now Breeze. Now he's forced out right. Looking downfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, back 22. Back 22.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Richmond.
Here's Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Broncos have taken the early lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
So out come the Raiders. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, Lynch. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Here we go. 4 down. 4 down. One shot. One shot.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. First down, the run with Lynch. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Ready. You waiting?
Now a play fake. Breeze. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Ready? What's that?
Now Breeze on third down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Down. Green, 39. Green, 39. We're set. Hey.
On second down, here's Watson. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
On second down, Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Breaks a tackle. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
11. You kill. Ready.
Play action. Breeze. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12.
4 down. 11.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Point after now from Sturgis. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on.
And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 37. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles Harris, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Gonna need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. On first down, Breeze. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw is Breeze. Evans has it left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Hopkins with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson going top shelf for Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Back 22. Back 22.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Read the line. Read the line.
Now Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Here's Watson. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the gun, Watson escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Sturgis able to knock it through. So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Down! Flag 22! Flag 22!
To throw is Watson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now it's Watson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To the air yet again, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Raiders have recovered. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Here's Breeze to throw. Buying time to his left. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Mohamed Sanu, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Watson to throw on 2nd down. He finds an opening past the 40 to the left side here for Eifert. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first down throw. Watson. Caught by Nelson left side. And I think the ball's out. And the Raiders have recovered.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got Evans. 23 yards on the play. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
But the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Breeze now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now Breeze on the bootleg. Steps away. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Easy, kill.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Evans. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go play action here on 1st down. They dump it off to Lynch. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Down. Flag 22.
Back now in the East Bay. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Handoff comes to Chubb, able to push his way through, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Down. Blue 80.
Watson on 3rd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demetrius Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for them.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Benson Mayowa able to drop him for a loss of 4. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
23 yards on the play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Trying to lay one up deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
3rd and long, it's Watson. And the Raiders have got him. Cliff Averill in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And on 4th down, is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Raiders. Will take over now, 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Breeze now on 1st down. Connects with Sanu right side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Jeremiah Tauchu in there to get him for a loss of 5. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Breeze, got to have this one. And he's got Sanu. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at third and a few inches. Breeze to throw again. He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. Flush to his right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kyle Rudolph, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So the Broncos coming out now. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone. for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like he said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now a desperation throw deep, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Howard Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Denver, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field.